You're 26, sitting in a gray cubicle that reeks of burnt coffee. Nobody looks at you, not even your manager walking past. Then your phone buzzes, an invitation you never expected. A shell company you built quietly. 11 months ago, almost as a joke, it just closed its first real deal. A tiny logistics firm nobody wanted, $40,000. The numbers on the term sheet don't make sense until you read them twice. It's already worth triple what you paid. Your hands go cold, not from the money, but from what it means. You built something invisible, and somehow, it's alive. You close your laptop like nothing happened, and smile at a coworker who asks if you're okay. You say you're fine, but you are not fine at all. You are standing at the edge of something enormous, and no one around you has any idea. That night, in your apartment with the blinds down, you open the real folder. Not the spreadsheet from your day job, the one labeled personal projects. 11 months of quiet, obsessive architecture hide inside it. An LLC in Delaware, a holding entity in Wyoming, 3 bank accounts under names that aren't yours. A plan that started as a hobby is now a weapon. You think back to how it started, $600, a domain name, and a registered agent fee. You bought a failing online store from a burned-out founder for less than a used car. You fixed the checkout flow in one weekend. You told no one and let it run quietly for 4 months. It made $11,000 in profit before you sold it for $31,000. The buyer never learned your real name. That was rule 1, and you wrote it down the same week: never be visible. The moment people know what you're building, they start asking why. And why is a door that lets them in? You take the $31,000 and you don't spend a cent on yourself. Half goes into a second acquisition, half goes into legal structure. You already understand something most people your age don't. The entity matters more than the asset. You form a holding company. Everything you buy now belongs to it, not to you. You become a shadow behind a shadow. 3 months later, the directory site triples its ad revenue after nights spent rebuilding the back end. You still show up to your day job at 9, nodding through meetings that feel like someone else's life. You are living 2 timelines, an underpaid analyst in one, a quiet empire builder in the other. By month 7, your holding company owns 4 small businesses, worth around $210,000. Month 7. You have told no one, not your parents, not Mia, especially not her. The one time you almost mentioned it, instinct told you to stop talking, and you listened. The rules multiply as fast as the money does. Never keep 2 acquisitions in the same industry, so no single failure can gut you. Never let a seller meet you in person. Faces get remembered, and remembered faces get talked about. Never brag, not even to yourself, because pride is the first leak. You read contract law at night instead of sleeping, learning what protects you and what could ruin you. Then the first real risk arrives, the logistics firm from the very beginning. The seller, a nervous man named Daniel Voss, wants more money after the deal already closed. He claims you misrepresented the terms and starts making calls. Your name isn't attached to anything public, but the registered agent is, and that thread could unravel everything. Your stomach drops the first time you realize this could all collapse. Not the business you, the identity you've spent a year keeping folded into darkness. You meet Daniel once in a parking garage that smells like oil before your day job. You bring documentation, timestamps, and proof the deal was clean. You are calm outside, but inside, your heart is a drum solo. He listens, goes quiet, and takes a smaller settlement to walk away. You drive to work shaking, not from fear, but from something closer to hunger. You just protected something you built from nothing, with paper and nerve alone. You understand now. Money isn't the dangerous part, exposure is. If Ethan's rule of staying invisible sounds insane or genius to you, hit like on this video right now. Drop a comment below telling me, would you trade being seen and recognized for a chance at building this kind of quiet empire? Or is staying invisible too heavy a price to pay? And if you want more stories like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss what happens next. 10 months in, your holding company crosses 7 figures on paper. Month 10. You still live in the same apartment. Still drive the same car with the ignored check engine light. Rule 3. Written where no one will look. Says, never let your lifestyle become a receipt for your success. You quit your day job quietly, with a story about wanting to freelance. Nobody suspects anything. Your manager wishes you luck, and you almost laugh at how easy the disguise is. Freed from the cubicle, you move faster, acquiring an invoicing tool for contractors. You negotiate over encrypted messages with a broker who has never seen your face. Within 4 months, you double its recurring revenue by fixing what other owners were too lazy to touch. In the beginning, you built because you were angry, invisible, and overlooked. Now you build because stopping feels unbearable. You wake at 5, not because you have to, but because your mind won't let you rest. Mia asks why you seem distant, and you tell her work is stressful, which isn't a lie. It's a smaller truth, hiding a much bigger one. Every dinner where you lie by omission adds weight to the mask you wear. By month 14, you're near $2 million in value across 6 companies. Month 14. You hire your first employee, a virtual assistant who has no idea what she actually helps run. A bigger competitor notices one of your companies and sends an unsolicited offer, $1.8 million. You sit with it for 6 days. Selling means lawyers digging into exactly the ownership you've hidden. Instead, you offer a licensing deal, keeping control, and keeping yourself invisible. They agree, never knowing the person negotiating is 27 and has never appeared on a company website. You start feeling something you don't say out loud. Quiet contempt for people still trading their whole life for a paycheck. At month 18, your combined valuation crosses $9 million. Month 18. You buy your first house for yourself. Quietly, paid in a way that traces to nothing. You still wear the same 3 sweaters, and the paranoia only sharpens, because now there is more to lose. Around month 22, a blogger starts asking questions about the mystery entity behind your licensing deal. Your name isn't mentioned, but your registered agent's is, and someone in the comments starts connecting dots. Your pulse stays elevated for days, and you consider dissolving everything and starting clean. A lawyer tells you the exposure is minimal but not zero, a sentence that haunts you for a week. You spend $80,000 restructuring, building a cleaner wall between you and everything you own. The blog post runs anyway, gets 4,000 views, and nobody in your real life ever finds it. You exhale, for the first time in 11 days. By month 28, you sit at $480 million in enterprise value, across 19 businesses. Month 28. You've met maybe 6 of your partners in person ever, your face on 0 public documents. The $600 was never really the beginning, invisibility was. Being underestimated became a weapon sharper than any resume. By month 31, an offer lands for the entire structure, $62 million. Month 31. Your lawyer handles every call, your name touches nothing. You sit in the same apartment you almost left 2 years ago, and feel something closer to grief. Grief for every dinner spent pretending to be smaller than you were. You sign, and somewhere, money moves that will never trace back to your name. To everyone who has ever known you, you're still just the quiet one who does something with computers. You sit in the dark, phone in hand, staring at a number that doesn't feel real yet. One question sits heavier than all of it. Is invisibility the real fortune, or the loneliest price of power?